Another new video. I hope you're doing great. In this video, we will focus on money management and try to make a profit using these principles. This is not a compounding video. I received too many requests, comments and DMs asking for a video on money management, so in this video I will develop my amount. As you can see, I have $50. I will use only 10% of my capital for each trade, regardless of the total amount. Let's start without wasting any time. First, I will set my trade amount to 10%. I'll find a trade on the OTC market for 1 minute. I place a trade on Facebook OTC for an upside move because there is a support level and my trade amount is $5.01. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm trading on a 1 minute time frame. Currently, the trade is in our favor. The candle is trying to take support for the upside move. It's a win. We won our first trade. Now my balance is $54. Let's find another trade for 10% of my capital, no matter how much that will be. I will fix the amount as 10%. This looks like a moving average trend trade. Here you can see resistance level, but the candle is already down, so we will avoid it. It looks like a good trade on FedEx OTC for an upside move because there is a support level. First, let me put all the assets into my favorites. Now, let's find a good trade. FedEx looks like a good option, but if this candle gives us entry, we can try. Let's find a trade on other assets. Here, it looks like a good trade on Amazon OTC because there is a support level and a 5 candle pattern. I place a trade for an upside move on Amazon OTC because I got a good entry. Currently, the trade is not in our favor. My trade amount has increased because I made a profit on the previous trade, so now my trade amount is $5.47. Let's see. The current trade is not going in our favor, and I think we will lose this trade, but there are still a few seconds left. Okay, it's a loss. Yeah, we lost this trade, no problem. Let's find another trade on a different asset. We do not use martingale on the same asset. Let's form a trade. If you look, we just lost 80 cents of our capital. No problem. My amount is fixed at 10% of my capital. Regardless of whether the capital is $50, $49, $30, $70, or $80, we just want to grow our capital through proper money management. Here's a trade on GBP/USD OTC. There's a good resistance level and a moving average as well. If the current candle gives us entry, I will place a trade. I got a good entry and placed a trade for a downside move on GBP/USD OTC, and the trade is going in our favor. If you look, my amount has decreased because of the low capital. My trade amount is now $4.93. I placed a second trade because we lost the previous one, and this looks like a good opportunity. Here we also have a good resistance level and a 50 EMA moving average. We lost our first trade, but that's okay. Our second trade is going in our favor. It looks like a win. Yes, it's a win. So we won one trade and lost one trade on the same asset. Now my balance is $48.41. No problem. Let's find another trade in stocks. Okay, it looks like a good trade on Visa OTC, and I placed a trade for an upside move based on the moving average. You can also see a support level here, which adds to the confluence. I placed a trade for the upside move, and it's going in our favor. It looks like a good win. If you don't know about confluence levels or domination candles, I will discuss all these topics in our course. If you're new here and want to join us, you can text us on Telegram. Link is in description. If you're interested in purchasing our course, simply visit binarytradingexpert.com. There you can find the course section and purchase a course. We won the Visa OTC trade. Now let's find another trade. Alibaba looked like a good option, but we will avoid it. Cisco looks like a good trade for the upside move, so I placed a trade for the upside move on Cisco OTC using 10% of my capital. This was a good trade due to the solid uptrend, as you can see from the past, with all the candles taking support from the moving average. I don't think this candle is taking support from the moving average either. Let's see if we can win this trade or not. Unfortunately, it looks like a loss. Yes, we lost the trade on Cisco. No problem. Let's find another trade on a different asset. Here, there was a support level on American Express OTC. I placed two trades on American Express OTC for the upside move because there was a good support level, as you can see from the past, and there's a small green doji. That's why I took this trade for the upside move. Currently, the trade is going in our favor, and it looks like a good win, but there are still a few seconds left. If I have any doubts, I will use martingale. We won both trades. Now my balance is $55.89. Let's find another trade. Looking at Cisco again, it seems to be moving upward. As I mentioned earlier, it was an error to place the previous trade. Now I see a trade opportunity on FedEx OTC. I placed a trade for the upside move based on the moving average, which has some support as well. That's why I took this trade for the upside move on FedEx OTC. It's a confluence level. If you want to earn with me, you can text us on Telegram. It's free to join. Just message me at Binary Support. It looks like a win, and yes, we won this trade too. It was a risky one, but we succeeded. So now we've increased our capital by $11. My balance is now $61, giving us an $11 profit. Let's find another trade. FedEx looks like a good trade again, but we will use only one asset at a time. If this candle gives a good entry, then we can try, otherwise we'll wait. Here it looks like a good trade on Tesla OTC. If this candle gives us entry, then we can try. I placed a trade for the upside move on Tesla OTC based on this support level and the moving average. The trade is currently going in our favor. I think this video is getting too long because we are following proper money management. This is not a compounding video. We do not place our entire amount on a single trade. It looks like a good win. Yes, we won again. Now, let's find another trade on the OTC market for the 1-minute time frame. And for those who are new here, we conduct daily live sessions. Sometimes we might skip them due to emergencies, but otherwise we provide valuable knowledge about the market and trading, along with trade opportunities. Okay, you can join us on YouTube and make money with me and with my VIP members as well. Let's find another trade in the OTC market. I'm looking for a trade on the currency pairs because I want to find good opportunities. Let's see how much we can make with $50. Can I grow my capital? I think I see a trade, but the support level is too far, and the candle is already showing signs of reversal. If this candle gives us entry near this support level, then we can try. We need to be patient in the market to take good trades and make good entries. If you want to win every trade, you have to trade with patience. I got a good entry and placed a trade for the upside move from the support level. I'm waiting for the right moment, and now the candle is moving in our favor. This is why I emphasize keeping patience in trading. The trade is going in our favor, and with just a few seconds left, it looks like a good win. We won the trade, and I'm now at a $22 profit. No problem, that's a good trade. Can we develop our capital further? I want to grow from $50 to $100. If we keep finding good trades, we can increase our target. Let's find another trade on currency pairs. It looks like there's a trade opportunity on GBP odd, but we will avoid it. Now, let's look for a trade in stocks again. FedEx shows a support level, making it a good trade. I placed a trade for the upside move on FedEx OTC from the support level because if you look back, the market has been taking support at this level and changing its trend to move upward. This seems like a good trade with a solid setup, and the market should give at least one rejection, a green candle from here. Currently, it looks a bit risky. The candle closed above the level, so now it appears to be a good one, and it's a win. We won another trade. Great. As I said, we just needed one green candle, and it came through. Let's find another trade on the OTC market for the 1-minute time frame. Looking at McDonald OTC, it seems like a trade for the upside move, which looks promising. However, since the candle has already turned green, we will avoid it. Let's find a trade on currency pairs again. On odd CNY, there's a potential upside move. Looking back, there isn't a good support level, so we will avoid that too. Now, I see a trade on TND-USD OTC for the downside move. I placed a trade for the downside move on TND-USD because there's a resistance level and a moving average present. You can also see a downtrend, which supports this decision. Let's see how this trade performs. Currently, it looks a bit risky, but now it's moving in our favor and it's a win. We won another trade in this session. Now I'm close to my target of $100 capital. Let's see if we can find another trade. I'm now risk-free since I've increased my capital by $36.62. Let's look for another trade in stocks or cryptocurrencies. I see a potential trade, but we'll avoid it for now. Now, let's find a trade on currency pairs. Let's get back to stocks. And here we have a trade opportunity on Microsoft OTC for the upside move because there is a good support level. If this current candle provides a good entry, I will place a trade for the upside move. However, the candle has already turned green, making this a risky trade. So we will avoid it. We need to find trades with good patience. If you really want to make money, you have to trade patiently. The stocks don't seem promising right now, so let's move back to currency pairs. Let's see if we can find a trade there. Unfortunately, the currency pairs also don't look good. Let's check for a trade in cryptocurrencies. If we go back to stocks, we will avoid Microsoft for now. Now, it looks like there's a good trade opportunity on American Express OTC based on the moving average and a support level. If this candle gives us entry, then we can consider it. On Visa OTC, there's also a potential trade from the support level and moving average. I placed a trade for the upside move on Visa OTC from the support level and the moving average. The candle broke through the resistance level and is retracing, which means the resistance level has now become a support level. The moving average also supports this. This setup looks good, and as you can see, when I placed the trade, the candle reversed and became a green candle, indicating a good win. Yes, it's a win. We've won another trade and are now close to our target of $100. We are almost doubling our amount. Our profit is now almost $44.50. Let's look for another trade. We just need a good opportunity. As you can see, my capital has increased to $94, up by $44. If you also want to make money like me, you can join our Telegram at binary trading 777 or text me at binary support. You can see our signals and reviews from VIP members there. We also provide one free signal daily in our free group. Our VIP group is also accessible for free. Just follow some terms and conditions and you'll be good to go. Don't waste your time. You can text us now on Telegram at binary support. Now, I see a potential trade on Litecoin OTC. I placed a trade for the downside move on Litecoin OTC because there's a solid resistance level. You may notice that my trade amount has increased to $9.45. The trade is currently going in our favor. Let's see if we can win this trade. And it's a win. We won another trade, bringing my balance to $103. We've doubled our capital from $50 to $103 by using just 10% of our capital. This is good progress. You can also double your capital like me, but you need to trade with proper money management and patience. You can see my trade history, which shows the trades that won in this session. From just $50, we've increased our capital to $103. You'll see live trades without any cuts in this video. Let's move on to the next trade. If we find another good trade, we will continue. If you like our content and want to stay updated, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure to press the bell icon so you get notifications whenever I upload a new video. Now, I see a trade for the downside move on TND USD. I'm placing a trade based on the moving average. I'm waiting for a good entry, and I think I found one. If this current candle provides an entry near the resistance level, I will place a trade for the downside move. However, the candle movement is too fast, and I'm unable to execute the trade. No problem, since the candle is already moving down and has turned red. We will avoid this trade. I want a good opportunity. I don't want to lose my money. Next, I see a trade opportunity on USD EGP for the downside move based on the moving average. I got a good entry, so I placed a trade for the downside move on USD EGP OTC. It was a solid resistance level, and the moving average supports this. You can see a solid downtrend here, which is why I took this trade for the downside move. The trade is currently going in our favor and looks like a good win. The candle is reversing from our entry point, and yes, it's a win. We've won another trade in this session. Let's find another trade and see how much we can make. Here's a trade for the upside move on McDonald OTC. I placed a trade for the upside move based on the moving average, and you can see an uptrend as the candle is taking support from the moving average as seen in the previous candles. That's why I took this trade for the upside move. You can also see a consistent uptrend. For more information about trends and patterns, you can take our course where I discuss these topics in detail. With only a few seconds left, it looks like a good win. And yes, we've won another trade. Now my balance is $123 from an initial $50, achieved through proper money management. Next, there's a trade opportunity on Visa OTC for the upside move due to a good support level. If the current candle gives a solid entry, I'll place a trade for the upside move. I'm waiting for a good entry below the moving average. If I get it, I'll proceed. We'll avoid this trade. Let's look for another opportunity. If this candle gives an entry, I'll place a trade on Visa OTC. The candle is taking support from the 25 EMA. I've already provided a brief explanation in our course on how to take trades on the 25 EMA and 50 EMA, including when to use them. I know this video is getting a bit long, but if you trade with proper money management, you can achieve your goals. Let's try to make $150 from our initial $50. Intel looks like a potential trade from the moving average. I'm waiting for a good entry on Intel OTC. But I don't think we'll get one, so we'll avoid this trade. On Pfizer, I see an opportunity for the upside move. I placed a trade for the upside move on Pfizer OTC based on the moving average, and there's also a support level. That's why I took this trade, considering the upward trend and the consolidation pattern. The candle is taking solid support at this level. Let's see, with only a few seconds left now, the trade is going in our favor. Yes, we've won another trade. I've increased my balance to $134. Now you'll see the trade history. Everything is transparent and real. I didn't use any cuts in this video. Alright, let's find another trade. It looks like there's a good opportunity on American Express. But the resistance level was far. And the candle had already turned red. So while it looked like a good trade on Alibaba OTC from the moving average, the resistance was a bit far, and there was also a downtrend. Let's see if we can get an entry or not. In the meantime, let's find another trade on a different asset. I'm waiting for a better entry on Alibaba OTC. If we can't find one, let's move on to another asset. I'm looking for a good entry on Alibaba OTC, but I'll avoid it for now. I went for an entry on Alibaba OTC, and I'm waiting for a slightly better entry. Okay, I placed a trade for the downside move on Alibaba OTC. I think I took this trade a bit early, but no problem. There was a good resistance level and a solid downtrend. If you look at the previous candles, they were facing resistance from the 25 EMA. The trade is currently going in our favor, and it looks like a good win. Alright, with only a few seconds left, the current candle closes as a red candle. It's a win. We've won another trade, and now my balance has turned into $146. We're almost at our target of $150, just $4 or $3.30 left. By using only 10% of our capital, you can see our trade history and the timing. Everything is fair and real. You can see how I take trades and the strategies I use, which primarily involve moving averages, supports, and resistances. That's it. So we'll stop here. We're close to achieving our target. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you have any other opinions or suggestions, comment down below. If we receive a lot of requests for a particular topic, I'll make a video about it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. If you're new here and want to join us, the link is in the description. You can also text us on Telegram at @bbinarysupport. It's free of cost. There's no joining fee if you follow our terms and conditions. See you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.